Equilibrium versus War Machines. The first pick should be Chronos. Pretty sure that's what Equilibrium locked in when they had that first pick. I don't know if you guys saw that quick little quib of gameplay that I wasn't able to display, but I'm back in it, and this is and should be the actual game. So Chronos is going to be locked in. They went ahead and let that through. I think a good pickup for Equilibrium to go ahead and center their game around a really good Hunter Pachanga. Going to be hovered on the side of Warm and going to be locked in, probably going to the mid lane. I'm pretty sure Chaster was their mid game. Is in their middle lane from the games I've seen before, but I'm not 100% sure. Thinking about what their second pick is going to be, I think it'd be pretty strong to grab probably grab your jungler here and maybe even your solo laner to try and get the advantage and force them to respond to you. Mercury going to be their call. Zhang Kui immediately locked in response on the side of Equilibrium. I think a character that we've seen a lot of play from and can be really, really good in the correct hands. Yovenfly deciding what he's going to be picking up for his team. I'm casting this solo, so I will do the best I can. I'm mostly just going to do play-by-play, but I'll do the best I can to be the most entertaining man you could possibly imagine, so bear with me and what I'm able to do. Get rid of that echo. I just want to look at the chat. So Terra also going to be locked in there. Dual lane, Kernus, Terra, Zhang, and they're in their mid lane is Zhang Kui. That Odin pickup is actually not bad. All three characters on the side of Equilibrium so far can all get caught in that cage. So yeah, definitely got to be careful of that if you are Equilibrium. But if they respond correctly, I don't think it should be too much of a problem. Out of this solo lane, the Kernus shouldn't. Little Tony on that Kernus shouldn't have much trouble, but I'm not sure if he's going to be the carry anyways. Response band is going to be Kepri. The response band is going to be Kepri. Going to start taking jabs at their support. I wouldn't imagine a Hunter band would come through. Kernus pretty much wins every single lane matchup, but I wouldn't mind to see Medusa band here. Warm going to band an Awilix to make sure that Odin doesn't get countered out by that. Good job making sure the counter pick is not on the table for Equilibrium to pick up for the jungler. Interesting to see a Mercury, a Chang'e, and an Odin all together in the same game. I see a lot of synergy between the Chang'e and the Mercury. The Odin kind of being thrown in there is pretty interesting, but that cage to hold those characters of Equilibrium in one place for a little while is very strong, so I don't knock it, but I do think Odin definitely much more of a situational pick than something you just want to pick into three characters who can't get out. Their healing isn't very prominent. Between a Terra and a Zhang Kui, there's no burst healing you really need to counter unless they grab bracers, but other than that, I don't think the Odin pick is going to be the greatest, but it works out for them if they can combo into it. The second bans were the Thor and the Ho Yi being taken off. The carry not wanting to go against a Ho Yi. The Medusa going to be left open. Bobo Rex talked with this team about what he's going to be picking up for them. Probably going to be their support. Going to be locked in Geb. They could have picked up their carry or their support. They didn't have to worry about Equilibrium picking up either of those characters. So not too much thought needed to be put into which one they're grabbing first. However, Equilibrium has a lot of room to respond here with four characters of Warm already being selected. It's going to be curious to see what their jungler is going to be picking up here to try and counter out that Odin cage. I would hope he wouldn't pick up something that gets caught in it. Hence the Thor ban as well as the Awilix ban coming out from Warm's son. Wukong going to be hovered on and locked in to go ahead and try and out-trade that Odin in lane, a character that we've seen so often that Sun Wukong is just so good. But the jungler is still deciding on what he wants, and he has that entire bank time to talk it through with his team. I like the synergy. Kernus, Zhang Kui, Terra, Sun Wukong. It's not a whole lot of burst out of any of them, but the damage in a team fight is going to be crazy to deal with, especially in that mid game when that Sun Wukong's hitting as hard as he can, and that Zhang Kui ultimate is going to make them scatter and make it easy on the Kernus player, whoever their carry is going to be this game. Hun Bat's going to be hovered on. I really like that pick too for displacement on characters that really don't have much immunity other than the Geb has that shield obviously to bail them out of that ultimate, but other than that, I like the pick. I think it's going to catch a lot of characters out of place. The Mercury, the Chang'e don't really have an answer to that as soon as that ultimate hits on them, so I like the pick. And last pick coming through for Warm should be pretty soon, deciding what they're going to put in their carrier role. I'd imagine it's going to be a Medusa. I think the Medusa is a pretty safe pick against the draft that Equilibrium does have right now, but other characters on the table, I don't think a Scotty would be bad here if you wanted to go for that pick. Try and outclear the Chrononucent lane, maybe make some jungle pressure happen, but whatever it may be, I hope it has good clear, because early clear from that Geb isn't going to be enough to hold on for that early game pressure, as opposed to Chrononuce Terra. Even Terra having that pretty weak level 1 clear that Chrononuce is decent clear in between his passive as well as his second ability, that Bramble Blast. Only so much analysis I can do right now, just waiting for that pick to come through. Deeply thinking about what carry they want. I really think the Medusa or even an Apollo would be pretty good, just to make sure you have the good clear online, and Medusa is gonna be the choice. Looks like there's not going to be any trading around on either side, drafting in order the characters they wanted, so that's pretty convenient. Interesting to see that Medusa fall all the way to that last pick and not get banned out. They're clearly not afraid of it on the side of Equilibrium, so definitely want to see what plays they're going to be making in dueling. Medusa Chrononuce is something that we've seen so many times in ranked, in this league, in the SPL. Both characters just doing crazy right now. Although the Chang'e pick, I think that anti-heal comes into handy, but I don't think Chang'e is as valuable as people think she is right now. I think there's just other picks you could put in that mid lane, like a Poseidon or something like that, with more utility, more secure, and more team fight potential than a Chang'e. But even then, they have characters. They have a couple of characters in Mercury and Medusa that can blow up team fights. So as long as they all synergize, it should work out really well. Chang'e stun into Medusa ultimate will be pretty good. Have to wait 3 minutes. Only so much I can talk about. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to stop the stream. This will be the ban phase. As soon as the game actually starts back up, I'll restart the stream, so you guys don't have to hear me ramble on about random things.